Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hi, friends. How are you? How are you all this morning? Hi. Yeah, so here we are. I'm kind of looking in the chat. See some people are already hyped up. Please, let's take a deep breath. There's been some people in my chat before that have told me about box breathing. So let's do it. Okay. It's like 5 seconds in, hold for 5 seconds, and 5 seconds out. It's more like triangle breathing. Maybe I have it wrong, but let's do it. Okay. Ready? Okay. Okay. Here we are. All right. Yes. So hi. I had planned this. I set aside this morning, Tuesday morning, which might be my last stream until after Thanksgiving because I have like 20 in my house for dinner. And yesterday I did an interview with a wonderful lady. Her name is Jill, and if you haven't seen it, she is a three-time cancer survivor, and she came on and wanted to talk about her experiences and her uh, medical trauma. And it was a wonderful time with her. She's lovely. And the reason why I scheduled her for Monday and not today is because I wanted to talk about, leading up to the holidays and what's really important, like family and friends and being thankful and giving together, being together. So here we are. And I I have a terrible poker face. And you guys, anyone who's been with me for any length of time knows that I wear my heart on my sleeve, And I, in the interest of full disclosure, it was a rough night for me, rough day yesterday. And I'm not going to censor anyone. Please, I don't want anything antagonistic. I just saw someone say, I thought Marilyn, blah, 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 blah. You know what? I reserve the right to change my mind about anything. So here I am. I don't believe, and I think that people need to sometimes talk about things. And I don't like it on my crafting group because it's a crafting group. And I did open it up to the side chat in Messenger, and people are welcome to talk about it there. But honestly, guys, I have like friends that know nothing about cults or SBTV or anything on there, and so I don't want a lot of that on there. I hope you guys understand that it's a crafting group too. I've got like friends and neighbors and stuff that like to crochet, so they're they saw about my group, and so they're in my group, right? So they don't need to know how the sausage is made. They don't need all this stuff. Okay. So, but I definitely, oh, sorry, the dog. Honey, I'm on live. Housekeeping, guys. This is what it is, right? We're real people. We're people. Okay. We're all human. No one's perfect. I myself had to take stock of some of the things that I was feeling about what went down yesterday. And I realized that, you know, sometimes we tend to, put people on a pedestal or expect more out of certain people. And, it was hard. It was hard to listen to some things that were coming from my heroes that I maybe didn't agree with. But I think that we all have the same purpose. And it doesn't mean that we can't disagree, that we can't voice some of our disagreements. But please, some of my mods are here, and Kat, I'm crowning you the main mod this morning. Poor Kat. I messaged her earlier this morning. I'm like, what do you think I should do? you know, I'm not the type of person that's just like, listen, mods. I'm like, I go to my mods. I'm like, they're my friends, and I trust them, and that's why they're my mods. So I'm like, what do we do? So yeah, so here we are. I do have some thoughts about giving thanks, about Thanksgiving, talking about holidays and things like that. But I don't want to be you know toxically positive. So I'm okay with us talking about some things. So, wow, there's a lot of messages. So, if I don't get to your comment, your message, and you really, really, really want me to see it, just put question in all caps or comment in all caps. And if it's not super long or super hard for me to read, because I think I'm a little dyslexic, guys, so I will definitely try to get to as many as I can. And again, please be respectful and thoughtful of others. And if I see, none of the mods are going to block anybody. So or you mute. I mean, they might mute people. They have my full you know blessing to do any of that. But as far as removing or blocking or hiding from my channel, I will be doing that. So if someone really pisses me off and they leave, they'll know it was me and not one of my mods. Sorry, guys. I don't know what is going on out there. Dogs. But a lot of you have dogs. You understand, right? Oh my goodness. Can you guys, this is so embarrassing, but I will be right back in 1 second. I'm so sorry. And then we'll definitely get started. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I'll explain what happened. Still hear them going off. Hold on. Let me just shut the door. Honey, I still hear them. I know. Okay. My goodness, it's chaos here today. Okay, here we are. So what happened is the driveway in Duncan's workshop is literally right outside this window here. As you can hear, the dogs are barking. They'll settle down soon. And sorry, this isn't very professional, guys, but Duncan had put the speaker on Bluetooth in the driveway so he could hear what was going on here. So I thought somebody was here, and it turns out it was no. So too funny. Oh, can you hear me better now, guys? Can you hear me now? Let me check the settings. Let me check the settings. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Thanks, Steve-O. He was just messaging me. Oh my goodness. It takes a village, doesn't it? It takes a village. Okay. All right. Here we are. Let's start this over. Let's shake it off, guys. Yeah, so I before I get into this, I just want to say one thing. I just wrote, these are my complicated notes. Can you read that? It says faces. There was that word being kind of brought up a few times yesterday. And who are the faces that you think of when you think of the Aftermath Foundation? Who's the face or the faces of the Aftermath Foundation? I would venture to say that the face and faces of the Aftermath Foundation are, I think of Catherine Olson. I think of Serge Obolinski. I think of, bless her, Rosemary Brown, and a lot of faces that we've never seen, that we don't know, and some faces that we want to see again, right? And I saw Liz in here. Liz, you're making me emotional. I freaking love you. Yeah. Who are the faces of the Aftermath? The people that we're yet to help, right? Bob Ferris is definitely one of them, and Laura's mom, and people like that. So yeah, so those are the faces of the Aftermath, right? And people that have lived the aftermath are what we call the OGs, right? Aaron Smith Levin and Claire Headley and Mark Headley and Mike Render and Christy Colburn and Amy Scobie and Matt Pesh, um, and so many others. They they've been living in the aftermath of Scientology for many years, and Kelly Copter wrote a beautiful. By the way, it's her birthday. I think she's at the movies right now or something, so she probably won't be in, but she'll definitely hear this replay. She wrote a beautiful comment, a long comment on her community page this morning, and one of the things that she said was that I probably shouldn't just assume. I probably should read it, but yeah, she was talking about things like not taking sides and supporting everyone and supporting people that support the cause that you want to see, be forwarded. So I think it's great that Aaron is doing another foundation, because the more I do agree that with that, the more the merrier. And just one second, I'm going to try to find where she said some things I wanted to highlight. I won't read the whole thing, but you can go to Kelly Copter's channel and read it. Let's see. And I'll probably refer to some other things because there were some other points that I really, really agreed with. And all of them I really agreed with, actually. Not just because she's one of my closest friends, but because I agree with them. One second. She said, I think genuine people will stand and I have stood. Okay, I think genuine people will stand and have stood the test of time. I think authenticity will outlast any egos, clout chasing, grifting, trolling, or YouTube drama. And I do believe in that. I believe that whether we agree with some of the things we saw last night or yesterday, I can say that everyone on screen sincerely has stood the test of time, that they're there for the right reasons. And that is, you know, Aaron, Claire, Mark, and Mike. And, Amy and all them too. I believe that. I truly, truly believe that. Do I agree with all their methods? No. No. Oh, I'm going to pop this up. I have to go way back, guys. But Liz Ferris, we are all human and you are all our friends and people that care about us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That's what's important. And it doesn't mean that we can't disagree, and it doesn't mean that we can't talk about things and that we have to accept everything. And that's the difference between this community and being in a cult, right? You can't ask questions. You can't feel your feels. You can't think for yourself. So here, we can think for ourselves, but I also want to respect the fact that we're all here for a purpose and we're not always going to agree. But and I'm not I'll go into that, but I want to read a couple comments first. I haven't started anything. Yeah. So, whoa, I'm going way back up. Hi, everybody. Sorry about the thing with the dogs and the radio and the driveway and all that stuff. Okay. I'm going all the way up. Okay. It says questions, but I don't see a question on that one. I'll have to go down more. Um, Sorry, guys. I wish I had somebody to start questions. Mm. Okay. There's a couple of long comments. I'm just gonna click on it. I haven't reviewed it, so hopefully it's good. Oh, cults be calling. Yeah, you're good. I was thinking about it this morning. I don't think we will ever hear from Mark, Mike, and Claire on this solely due to the fact that because they choose to follow the code of conduct. Yeah. Well, there's been some I don't know. There's been some talk of, some people, someone saying there is a code of conduct, someone saying there isn't. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Um, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Well, I'm sure we'll get more into it. I don't know. And I'm not pretending to have any answers here, guys. I mean, you can ask questions. I'm not the I wasn't involved, and I'm, I don't know. We can just talk about things, but I don't have any answers. But I can listen, and that's all I can do. You know, um, they won't disparage Aaron in the work that he's done. Yeah, and that I think that's good because they've all worked very hard to help. You know, and breathe. Yes, that's great. Thank you. Evelyn Lee Barney, I don't believe Mike's statement was referring to all of us. Yeah, he did say some things. He and Mark. There were some trolls in there muddying the waters, and so it was probably confusing to them is who was legitimately asking questions. I did have some of my comments deleted, and I don't think it was intentional because I wasn't saying anything that was super, crazy or disrespectful. But yeah, so there were a few things that were done that a little bit sad. But yeah, Mike said that there were keyboard warriors, and there kind of were. There actually were. There were quite a few people on Mike's chat that were just being rude, and they looked as if they weren't really. Oh, I see Peggy. Oh my goodness, backstage. Oh, I love you, Peggy. Thank you, honey. I have nothing starred. I'm a hot mess. I'm not used to having this many people in my chat. I was like, oh boy. Yeah. So I want to do this justice as best as I can. Justice as best as yeah. No, I don't believe that he was talking about everyone, but it was a blanket statement in a way. And talking about OSA and bots and stuff, there probably was OSA in there. There probably were bots in there, but also really, it does sometimes burn my biscuits when everything's blamed on OSA. You know what I mean? Yeah, everything can't be OSA. If every side is OSA, they're fighting. Like, how can everybody be OSA? So yeah, I don't. And so I will say that I got a nice email last night, late, like right after the stream, asking what my questions were. So from one of them are on screen. I didn't get any answers, but at least they reached out, you know. And maybe they don't have any answers. I don't know. I don't need to know the gory details. I don't feel like as long as no one's doing anything illegal, it doesn't matter to me who said what and who blah blah blah. But there probably needs to be a little bit of a kind of step back and say, okay, let's look at the whole picture. Is this working? A nonprofit belongs to no one and everyone. Okay, so the faces of the nonprofit are the people that they're serving. The owners of the nonprofit are the stakeholders. And who are the stakeholders? The stakeholders are, yes, the board of directors, also the donors, the community, and the people that they're serving. Those all together are the stakeholders. So no one owns a nonprofit, you know. And I can understand having a structure where it's people that are kind of knowledgeable about like the OSA thing. Like I would venture to say I'm not sure. I've never asked any of the board this, but they probably don't want to bring in never ends and stuff, and then or people like that to set them up to possibly get fair gamed. But at the same time, I think diversity in a board is important. I think it's a good thing. I have a board of directors for my nonprofit that I founded, and I love the checks and balances. And honestly, they can vote me out anytime they want. Sometimes I wish they would. It's so exhausting. But yeah, they can vote me out anytime they want. And it doesn't belong to me, even though I founded it. Right. And but it is my baby. It is my baby. And I can, I wouldn't want to be voted out. It's my baby, and it would be really shitty to have that happen. But nobody owns it. And I'm glad that I have a diversity on my group. None of us really see each other outside of board meetings that much. I mean, I'll see them in the store or whatever, say hi, or I'll call them on the phone. But we didn't have that history. There's 7 of us board members. We didn't have that history ahead of time, and our purpose was we were all volunteering to help the homeless and the fire victims and the elderly. That's what we had in common. I've got right wing, left wing. I've got a firefighter, a teacher, a banker, a housewife. I've got it all. And I'm glad because there's people that will see things that I don't see. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not taking any sides. I'm just saying that's from my perspective. It's just my opinion. That's all. Just my opinion. So, oh, thank you. Thank you, Peggy. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you all. And I'll take up some starred questions. Peggy, you are a lifesaver. Okay. Okay. IB360. I think of Mike and Leah only because of the show, right? Aftermath, right? I get it. That's how I was introduced to the rest of them. Me too. Me too. And I often say, and I was kind of wishing my super chat would get read because I want Mike and all of them to know that in some ways, gonna get freaking emotional. In some ways, they saved my sanity, saved my life because I didn't know what happened to me. It's like I knew it was screwed up, but I didn't know. So here I am. I was I'm I was being a little bit of a pain in the ass with asking too many questions, asking hard questions of them, but also I love them so much, and I really, really, really respect them. And that's why I felt like I was, asking them because I feel like I owe them a debt of gratitude, but also they owe their donors and their supporters a little bit of accountability. And that's just how I feel. People can disagree. It's okay. It's totally okay. Kat, hey Kat, thanks so much for modding. Sorry, my voice is cracking. Those who survived and are looking to survive the call are who we need to focus on. That's right. That's right. And that's why I named this Focus on What and Who is Important. And originally it was pretty much family, but yeah, each other. We're a community, right? We're a community. Anna McIntosh. Hi, Anna. I agree with the people who have been helped, but I do believe Aaron was not treated fairly. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be honest, this is my opinion, okay, is that, I could see the hurt, and, it was hard to wait till 8 o'clock at night to hear the, quote, "other side," so that maybe I could understand how this could have happened because it felt very much like disconnection, and, I mean, I don't know Aaron that well, but he really doesn't strike me as somebody that would just make up stories and lie or withhold a bunch of stuff. He has talked to me a few times and really owned some things. So, um, and he seems very forthcoming and kind of almost like too like off the hip. So, um, yeah, I think that I don't know as I can really say for sure. But I was um, yeah, I was hurt for him and confused, and it did feel like disconnection. So that's really sad. And the fact that they spent vacations and probably holidays together and then seeing, Mike and Mark, and Mike in their house, and then Aaron's out, in the UK. I mean, hey, I'm sure he's having a great time with his family, but yeah. And for me, that's like an emotional thing, but I don't know all the facts. I I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, um, interpersonal things is not totally my business. But when it comes down to, the nonprofit being run and how things are done, I think that, there probably should be a little more transparency. But that's again just my opinion. Armini, hey, how are you, friend? I haven't seen you in a few days. Exactly. I always think about the work that they do and the help they give, not a specific person, right? Yeah, yeah. Because a nonprofit, it belongs to everyone. It's not owned by anyone, and yeah, there's many faces of the aftermath. And like I said, I'm excited for another foundation. I think it's great. I think it's the more the better, right? Clara. Hey, Clara. Good to see you. We can support Aaron and support the others too. Well, There you go, right? You don't have to take sides. I mean, there's no side. We're all on the same side, and I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna just back it up with something, because when you say, "Oh, we're all on the same side," I'm not saying follow anybody blindly. Please ask questions. It's okay. We're not in a cult. You can ask questions. You can think for yourself. But this all this like, feeling like you have to decide, you have to take sides. No. I mean, I like Kelly said in her post, I support anyone who wants to, you know, see cult abuse stop and see people be set free. So, Sarah Bennett. Hi, Sarah. Focusing on helping people get out of the cult. Eyes on the prize, not on the drama. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and again, like all the infighting and the what my friend Ash, I don't know if she's in here, would call like cult porn. Like everybody's like, oh, let's run to the scene of the accident. Look at this. Um, no, I think that there were people that maybe were doing that last night, waiting in the chat. I couldn't even read the chat. It was just ugh. Some of it was awful. Um, but there people there that actually were looking for, genuine answers and direction and just, I don't know, just a little bit of transparency, which I understand why sometimes you can't give that. But again, it's okay to ask questions. Clara, I have faith that doors close so other doors can open. Yeah, there's the I don't know if any of you do the embroidery, but I've seen so many. We had one in my friend's house or something when we were in the cult. But so we had some really nice decorations, and it said, "When God closes a window, He opens a door, or vice versa." Yeah, when God closes a door, He opens a window. So I'm so very excited to see what Aaron does. Me too, and I'll support that too. Yeah, yeah. Sophia, decentralizing also helps to ensure people get help, even when if one organization is under attack. Absolutely, absolutely agree. Thank you for that. See, you guys are so cool and smart and wise. Yeah. Clearwater Claire the Taylor. For the fact people were being blocked last night in BFG chat means people are being censored. Yeah. Again, I'm just gonna put my opinion out there. It doesn't reflect on my views about, I'm not taking any sides, but that's why I'm here not letting you, but giving you the platform to talk about things if you want, as long as everyone's respectful. Um, yeah, that made me sad. That did make me sad. And there was a situation recently, the Goldie situation, and I feel that maybe maybe I'm off in left field here, but I kind of feel like this whole thing of because this is what happened in my cult and many cults in Scientology is like someone disappeared. It was like shh, they're on a trip or they're taking a break or they'll be back or they're on a mission. Come on, guys, let's not. That's not okay with me. I don't want to feed on the drama. I don't have I don't have the energy for that. I don't have the bandwidth or the spoons, as our friend Michelle Carpenter would say. I don't have that, but at the same time, I'm not going to follow anyone blindly anymore. I'm going to ask questions, and I'm going to be able to feel my feels and talk about my talks. That's it. That's all there is to it. And if I'm wrong, it's okay. I know that I'm not always right, and I know I'm not. And I depend on my friends and my family and just life to kind of keep me in check sometimes. Um, Wendy Baker, the issue really is the method that the aftermath chose to address the YouTube community about the removal. Right. Yeah, it did feel to some a little bit cold and dismissive. I'll be honest. Yeah. And they could have been completely right, but I don't know. I don't I'm not I don't even think there's any rights and wrongs in here. I think that they handled it the way they felt they could, but I think they could have been a little bit understanding and not saying, "Oh, well, if you're here to just, blah blah blah, blah then you're going to be disappointed," and then just like say a non-answer, non-statement, and then go and talk about things that people can't really wrap their head around because they haven't gotten an answer. So that's just my humble opinion. Sorry, guys. I say that in jest, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make a lot of enemies today. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really not taking sides. I'm just calling things the way I see. I'm not standing up for any side. I'm just telling you how I felt as this happened. Okay. Oh boy, there's 25 starred questions. I better keep going. We could be here all day. Alicia, hey Alicia. I can't imagine how hard it must be for all of them and anyone who's left Scientology. Comments about them being culty, um, unlearning a lifetime of behaviors doesn't happen at the same pace as others. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like that I'm still unlearning a lifetime of behaviors. Yeah, yeah. Something that I've found that's helped me is and it's really hard, it's scary, especially I'm sure if you're a Scientologist, you worry about OSA and stuff, but kind of getting to know different types of people, like diversity, getting involved in different groups and learn how what makes different people tick. And because I didn't know anything about the outside world. I mean, I had a different language. I had yeah, our nomenclature was really, really creepy and weird. And it was funny. I was talking to Doug Kramer last night, and because we're going to do another section of our word, our word study with the fundy words and the Scientology words, and he was asking me a concept, and I was explaining it, and I realized it sounded so crazy. We just both burst out laughing because I was talking about like the laying out of the hands and anointing because he was talking about touch assist. And I was like, and then you take the oil and then you do this and then you go, blah, 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 and you just, oh yeah, it was crazy. So I've had to unlearn the way that I was taught that things were normal, and yeah, just all these different things. Like even, starting a nonprofit, I had to learn like what the protocols were, what the best practices were. I, started working retail. I had to learn about that too. So yeah, it was a lot. It is a lot. Still is a lot. I'm still learning. Okay. I'm just putting it up there. It's okay. I think, okay, Auntie E, I think that Aaron was being the smaller man here, diluting from the effort of the foundation. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Maybe because he was in his emotions and he was upset and hurt, and he really was. And I was kind of hurt watching him. But at the same time, I think that yeah, we need to focus on I don't know what went down as far as like the code of whatever. I mean, it just seems like there's two completely opposite stories. So I don't really know. But no, I don't think I personally don't believe he's trying to dilute from the effort. That was his that was he and Luis started the aftermath and then got the others in. Like they are the founding members on their website. At least I did see that at one point, or somebody sent me a screenshot of it or something. That they're the founding members, and then the board was structured. So I don't think that he's trying to dilute it, but it did maybe call attention to that. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but yeah, there's unfortunately was a lot of emotions were running high, right? At least on Aaron's part. Um, and emotions were running high in the chat last night, if not on the screen with the at the 8 o'clock. Well, my 8 o'clock. Heza question, but that's the point, isn't it? Okay. Oh, this is a community that thrives on self-think, and the new board members seem to be against that. So how can we not deeply care about that? Okay, let me reread this so I get what you're saying. Question. That's the point, isn't it? This is a community that thrives on self-think. Yep. And the new board members seem to be against that. So how can we not deeply care about that? Um, I I feel like it helps me to remember that we are a community of trauma survivors, and it doesn't give anyone an excuse for behavior, but sometimes it does explain a little bit of how what make what might make people behave the way they do. And yeah, I think we should all care deeply. I'm not the thought police and I'm not the feeling police, so I don't know how what they're against. I don't think they're against free thinking. I just think that maybe in the effort to be professional, And like they said, they didn't want to disclose certain information so as to not hurt people. But I think it could have been maybe a little bit more could have presented it in a way that might have made people feel like they were being heard, because I don't feel like the people that were in the chat that really did have a stake in this and all of this didn't feel like they were being heard. So that was maybe the difference. I don't know what anyone's motivations were. Okay. I'm not gonna read that one because I don't know. And I'm not gonna read anything with hookers in the thing. I didn't hear anybody say anything about hookers. Maybe I that was lost on me. Sorry. Sometimes I blank out when I'm listening to a stream. Um, okay. There we go. Armin. The problem for me wasn't about everyone agreeing. It was the separation, the us and him feeling. It felt like they're disconnecting from him, wishing the best in what he does. They've always been family. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's not really anything we can do about that. It is really, really sad. I don't know what went down. And like I said, as long as no one's doing anything illegal, that doesn't, it's not really my business. But that is really sad. And maybe that might tell them in future to maybe not have all of your family in a board of directors. Just saying. I mean, but yeah, that disconnection thing sucks. And I don't know. I don't know the circumstances. I don't think they're like, we're gonna disconnect from Aaron. They don't believe it. Yeah, I know that they're all, and this is the thing too, guys, is remember, they've lived this and they are living it. So I think that some compassion's in order. Although, like I said, I don't agree with everything that went down or was said last night. I don't, and I'll stand by that. That's my opinion. But at the same time, they're not pushing disconnection. They believe they have their reasons, and they have said that it was a long time coming. So I don't know. I don't honestly know. And that's something that I think that they can only talk about and work out and think about. And I do hope that they get back together again, at least where they can, they have a working relationship. It was maybe tense, but they have. So well, this is exhausting, guys. But it's okay. I love you. I'm here for it. I do want to talk about Thanksgiving at some point and what you all are making and all that, right? But hey, we're a community, and I'm here to listen. I don't have any answers. I don't have any words of wisdom, or I'm not taking any sides. I'm just here to listen. You know, has a Auntie, I'm so excited for this new foundation, and I think Aaron 2.0 is going to amaze us all. He's deeply hurt right now, and we all notice things were off. Right. Yeah, well, I am excited for the future. I'm excited to see what he does. Yeah. Clara. Christy and Catherine had a lot of people in chat to keep up with. Some deletions could have been accidents. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely agree with that. I've done it myself accidentally. And I think if there's any technical people that can tell me how to unmute somebody from my chat, I have a really sweet lady that accidentally got muted. I probably did it to her, and I don't know how to undo it. So I feel really bad. Wendy Baker. Hey, Wendy. Comment. I don't care about the hows and whys. I care that it was just not addressed up front and then moved on. It seemed like a comment had to be badgered out of them, and it got a little ugly. Yeah, I think it speaks for itself. I don't have anything to add to that. Clearwater Claire. Hey, Claire. Question: did those people leaving bad comments get kicked off? Yeah, I heard that there were quite a few that were kicked off. I think even Catherine had. I think I saw her comment something like, "Oh, it's crazy how many people have had to be removed." Yeah. Okay. Oh boy, it says 221 comment. Sorry, guys. I'm getting there. Um, okay. Auntie Harju, we're all people living our lives, but Aaron taking his off support off from the foundation seemed childish to me. So taking his support off. I mean, I don't think he took his support off. He still said he supported it. Um, I'm not I'm not sure. Um, I don't think he was being childish. I think he was just really upset and confused. That's just what I got from it, you know? And like I said, I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying, that's what I saw. That was just my opinion. Um, Cat, Cat, while you're here, please remember to hit the like button. It helps Marilyn reach. We have 80 watching, 38 likes. Yeah, if you could, yeah, it'd be great. Yeah. If you're not subscribed, if you want to hit the subscribe too, that'd be awesome. We don't always talk about this kind of stuff. Usually not. We talk about all kinds of things, and we have all kinds of guests. So yeah. Um, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Hey, Miss Sunrise Dawn. I think I saw you pop up in my notifications. So yes, thank you for being here. One of my mods. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll have to figure out how to hook up ahead of time next time. I've seen several who were upset about Mike's keyboard warriors comment, but I don't really know what they could have said to help us feel better about it. I'm sorry, or I didn't mean that. That might be a start. I don't know. I'm I could it just popped into my head. I don't know. Um Alicia RT. I just imagine Aaron's emotions brewing while he wasn't able to address it, probably how he would have wanted to. Yeah, it happened, 8 days before, and, yeah, I'm sure it was tough. And, I'm walking a fine line here, guys, because probably what'll happen is, like, I never talk about politics, but, like, when I do with friends and family and stuff, or even, on my private Facebook, I've been accused of being, right wing and left, like, I've been accused of everything, so I feel like if everybody's mad at me, then I'm probably doing something right, because if you're like, "Well, you're on the side of Aaron, and you're on the side of Mike, and so if that happens, then maybe I'm somewhere in the middle. So just saying. Yeah. I keep looking at Peggy just in case she needs, because I ignored the chat. I'm sorry, honey. Okay. Uh, Sophia, it's easy to fall into the mindset of ignoring all criticism if you're under constant attack. Yeah. You should put you should put in the effort to look for the nuance. Sometimes human moments happen. Yeah. You have so much wisdom. Like, I love your comments, Sophia. Yeah, I can see just being used to being on the defensive. And when you live in a cult for 30 something years, like they did and like I did, um, you're always have this heightened sense of, waiting for the other shoe to drop. So yeah, you're always on the defensive. You're always on this, hyper something mode. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So, um, I can understand that, but at the same time, I also, feel like, how are you gonna learn and grow if you don't, take some risks and take some chances and maybe let a few people in? And I know, oh, so like, that's terrible. I don't know what that feels like at all, but, when you have people helping you, it would be nice to kinda listen to them a little bit, So that's kinda how I felt. Alicia RT, I know what I'm hurting. I'm not a perfect person. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Me too. I was not a perfect person last night. I was kind of in my emotions a little bit, you know. Um, okay. Mama Dukes. Hey, Mama Dukes. Also, Aaron is so emotionally invested in the ladies involved in the Masterson case. As once as once said, how would you like it if one of these ladies were your daughters? Yeah. Yeah. One thing I 1,000% believe with Aaron is his heart is 1,000% in this. And he did help. Not that I'm saying anybody owes him anything, but he has um helped everyone, even me, I got the AA run Mike, like he suggested things to me, and everyone. He's been very inclusive and he's been very welcoming. And he really wants to, just like he said, make David Miscavige's life a living hell. Okay. So and he also wants to help people. So I do really believe that. Absolutely. Evelyn Lee Barney, Aaron is hot-headed, but no more so than Mike or Leah for that matter. Yeah, I guess we all can be hot-headed. I know I can be. Yep. And this is like we're not, oh, it was Kelly who said this. Like, this is not the Disney Channel. Like, we're dealing with some heavy shit, right? We really are. So yeah, emotions are gonna run high sometimes. Wendy Baker, I believe everyone developed their own YouTube style and has happened. Sorry, I'm so bad at reading. Okay, let's start this over. Wendy Baker, I believe everyone developed their own YouTube style, and that has happened and as that happened, people probably didn't mesh as before. That's okay. Again, it's that they didn't address it, and it seems like they didn't want to. Yeah. I mean, if I just take it as face value what they said, like they had some type of bombshell smoking gun that would hurt somebody, so they didn't want to show the receipts or all that because they felt like it would hurt, and maybe that could very well be. As far as them not wanting to, that was the reason they said that they didn't want to. Um, but I think there's a way. There's a way of maybe, making someone feel heard without necessarily giving all the answers to, what they're giving them everything they're looking for. And I think that maybe that could have, you know, take yeah, that could have, been given a little bit more effort. It's just my humble opinion. I'm just saying. Um, Alicia RT, I don't get hot-headed from him. I get passionate. Yeah, I could see that. I get maybe this guy is really struggling. Yeah, that's kinda what I got from that too. I agree. I agree with that. Clara, Marilyn, you were not being a pain. You were being so considerate and stimulating discussion. I'm trying. Thank you, Clara. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. Denver Steve-O, hey, my buddy. Certainly both groups. I hate that there's even both groups. It's like we're all a group. I'm not yelling at you, Steve-O. I'm just saying it's tough. It's tough. Could have communicated their messages better. Personally, I wish Aaron hadn't gone public at all, but the rumors were already swirling before yesterday. I stand by them all. Um, yeah, and Steve-O, we're besties, but I disagree with that. I'm glad he went public. Maybe he could have handled it a little bit better. And I don't know every detail. And not saying anyone's lying, but there's got to be some other version of the truth. If two people or two groups have completely different takes on it, I don't know what happened. Maybe that's why, like I said, there probably should be a little more um, thought to possibly be, more, not so like closely knit, not so maybe related and family, and also a little more of a protocol. Like they were talking about a code of ethics. In our group, you have your bylaws. When you start a nonprofit, uh, as far as where we incorporated in mass, okay, I won't go into the boring details, but you're required to have a minimum of 3. And I know this is mass law. I don't know if it's nationwide. You're required to have at least a president, a clerk or secretary, they call it, and a treasurer. Those 3 are mandatory. The others, you can have a vice president. You don't absolutely have to have one. We do, and we have trustees or board members. Some of them are called, or directors. They're all directors. So, we have 7, and where was I going with that? Oh, like just the way you structure things can all be different. And I don't know. There was another point I was going to make, but it'll probably come to me. Joel McCoyne. Okay, the voice of reason. I haven't even read your comment yet. But comment. They handled it poorly. They are doing well in large part because of the community. They will pay some kind of price for not doing a better job of it. This has ego involved. And you know, that's a valid opinion, a valid point. And Joel, I know you have a lot of experience in the business sector and a nonprofit sector, and I think that would stand people like in good stead if they did reach out to. There was a guy, what was his name? Ken's channel. I don't remember his handle, but Ken's channel. He's the founder. I know, definitely a president of a nonprofit, and I am as well. So yeah, maybe it might not hurt to reach out to people that have done it and maybe get a little more of a different opinion and kind of bring it all into the way they feel. But yeah, maybe what they've been doing is totally been hasn't totally worked. I don't know. Okay, whew, deep breath. Okay, I need some of my tea. And I have a Fox Scientology, The Big Lie. Mitch Brisker sent this to me. So if you want a wolf, because I wasn't a wolf for Halloween, but I was. I was a sheep in wolf's clothing. So he sent me this mug. Whoa, 350. I'm not going to get to all 342 comments, but I do have 37 stars. So I just want to like say hi to everybody and talk about like baking and stuff. Well, I suck at baking. I want to know what you're making for like Thanksgiving, where you're going and all that. But maybe I'll do a stream later. We'll see. I'll be like Thanksgiving only. Oh, thanks for bearing with me, guys. Okay, Kat. I'm the same, Marilyn. They all brought me to a place of understanding myself, and they brought me to you. Thank you. Yes, I feel the same way. Yeah. And like I said in my super chat that didn't get read, just kidding. That yeah, I feel like I owe them a debt of gratitude. And that's you can't put people on everyone's human. Like Liz Ferris said, it's like it's so true. It's like you can't you can't put people on a pedestal because we're all human and we all, deserve to learn and make mistakes. Sometimes like, that's part of life, right? It's part of learning. It's yeah, the way things are. But it is sad when you feel like, your heroes let you down a little bit, you know. So sorry. I don't know. When I think about the aftermath, like the Aftermath Foundation is one thing, and then there's the Aftermath show. And yeah, just brings me back to all those emotions. Mm. Hey, Penny 5A. Hi, sweetie. I'm cleaning for our first Thanksgiving meal, but I have to pop in and send Marilyn some love. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. When she gets emotional, it always makes me tear. It always tears me up. Yeah, sorry. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. Pat O. I have issues with all of them at different times for different reasons, but friends let friends be different and weird and angry, etc. Yeah. But you don't dump kick them out of the house they built. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. IB360. I feel they did the right thing if in fact there are receipts. They were trying not to get nasty. We feel bad, however, maybe Aaron should have just been more basic in his explanation. I think there's a balance. I think maybe Aaron was maybe a little too emotional. But he was just being him. He was just being how he felt. And I think there's a balance. Yeah, this isn't the military, and I just feel like there maybe could have been a little more compassion for the people that have worked really hard to support the Aftermath Foundation, and many of them felt dismissed and even accused of being bots and OSA and trolls. So yeah, this is my opinion. Again, just my opinion. I think there's a balance. I do. Yadira. Question, Marilyn. Do you know how much we love you? Stop it. Yes, I do. And I hope you know how much I love you all too. Your experiences have helped many more. You as well are an inspiration. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are killing me. Okay, here we are. I can kind of relate to Aaron. I'm sorry. I'm not taking a side. I'm not taking a side. I'm just saying. I, uh, yeah. When people say, "Oh, Aaron's too emotional," I'm like, "Have you met me?" Oh, all right. Wow. How long we been going? Oh, an hour. Okay. All right. We'll go some longer. Yeah. Okay. Gina Marie Torino. Good morning, all. There's room for all of us. Yes. Let's have a great day. Do something nice for yourself and for a friend or family. Marilyn, you rock like a rock star. Thank you, Gina. You're awesome. Thank you so much. And yes, do something nice for yourself and for a friend or family. Absolutely. Hmm. Just a Nurse Talks. Hey, Just a Nurse Talks. Comment. Their actions on that live with Mark, Mike, and Claire show that they don't care about us. Liz affirmed us last night. They should learn from her. Aaron seems real. The others did not. I'll just leave that right there, but I just want to pick out that middle part. Liz affirmed us last night. They should learn from her. I 1000% agree with that. And I will say that I don't even think Liz had a chance to barely end the stream last night. And I was texting her and I said, thank you so much for that live. Here, I'm going to cry again. Oh, 80 times today. I'm going to cry. Yeah, I said, I needed that, honey. I needed that. And I think we all did. She was just there to listen, you know, and like, hopefully you feel that way today too. For those that didn't catch Liz's stream, you know, yeah. We need to be able to feel our feels and talk about things and ask questions, even though I don't have any answers, but you can still ask, but I don't have any answers. Yeah. So thank you, Liz. We love you so much. Destiny Salzar. I understand why there was some anger. I don't think the communication was handled as well as it could have been, but no one is perfect. Yeah. Um. Yeah. No. No one's perfect. No one's perfect. And yeah. I mean, I won't say that, Marilyn. It'll cause trouble. Okay. Anyways. Oh, yes. Yep. Don't we have a right to the ballot? Yes. Oh, that's what I was talking. Thank you for reminding me. We have bylaws that are actually those are submitted to the IRS when you incorporate, and then you have things like policies, procedures, and you kind of have code, code of ethics or codes, and also we have a non-discrimination clause, and we have like it's a separate thing that we place in there. Um, like race, creed, religion. Yeah. Um, Kevin Conklin. The only winner is Osa and Little Fake Navy Elfie. Actually, it seems Osa won a few months ago when they were disconnected from a friend. They disconnected from a friend and voted him off the island. Sad. I'm not sure who you meant. Yeah, I mean, uh, again, I agree with that. Yeah, Scientology is probably really happy right now. OSA, maybe they felt like they won the battle. They're not going to lose the war. I mean, they won the battle, but they're not going to win the war. So they're not going to win the war. They might have won this little battle. They might say, yeah, but Aaron 2.0, Aaron, he's going to have another foundation. The Aftermath has $250,000 to work with. They're going to keep helping people. It's a win-win. The only fallout I think is the sadness and the emotion from the breakup, and that sucks. The disconnection or friendships dissolving. But maybe they're not. But I don't. Okay. I'm going to say this too, and I could be wrong. You could totally disagree with me. I don't think I don't like to say, "Oh, OSIS winning," because in a way, it almost gives an excuse for nobody to deal with anything. It's like, well, if we just go status quo and never notice there's a problem, or never fix anything, or never make any waves, if there needs to be a correction, we don't want to let OSA win. We don't want to tell the truth because we don't want to let OSA win. I think that's Yeah, and this whole thing of just blaming everything on Osa, it's just getting old for me, you know? It just is. But I'm not yelling at you, Kevin. I'm just saying that's just, it just made me think of another thing. That's so fucked up live. Hey, Ash, I'm here. I was cooking chicken last night. It was a good time. Yes, I saw some of that replay this morning. I was like, I wish I was watching Ash cook chicken in her cute little outfit. That just looked like so much fun. Way funner than what I was doing. Absolutely. You're so cute. I love you. Love it. We all support the end of Scientology. They chose to divide the cause. They chose to divide the cause. They did not get ahead of this and make a statement. They would answer when asked, and if people asked, they were insulted. Um, I did kind of feel a little bit of that. Yeah, I can't completely disagree. At the time, I did kind of feel maybe that was, you know, um, there's different styles of dealing with things, but I'm more like I hate confrontation in itself, but I don't like tension and I don't like to not do anything because I feel like that just makes things worse. So yeah, I ask a lot of questions now that I'm out of the cult. And maybe that's not really received very well. But yeah, I mean, you can ask questions and maybe people won't answer, but making you feel like you're bad for asking questions or maybe you shouldn't be asking questions, that's when that I draw the line. And I'm not saying anyone's trying to make you feel that way, but if they are, then that's not good. So like again, I'm not thought police. I'm not inside anyone's head. I don't know the motivations, but I do know that the motivation of helping people and Claire and Mark and Mike and Christy and Amy and Matt and all of us. That's why we're here. Why would we be wasting our time? And Aaron and Reese and everybody. Like we all want to see uh, cult abuse stop. We all do, and maybe what that looks like for some of us might be a little bit different, and that's okay. That's okay. Susan Paris. All we want is freedom for those who want it and need it. Yes, free Bob Ferris. Yes. Thank you. Love that. Miss Sunrise Dawn. I think our focus now should be on healing the community and try to keep going forward and with getting people out of Scientology and other cults. Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm going to read it again. I think our focus now should be on healing the community and trying to keep going forward with getting people out of Scientology and other cults. Thank you for saying that too. Yes, because that's my passion too. Definitely for Scientology, but also other cults because there are thousands of them, guys. Thousands. We tend to focus on just Scientology, and granted it's really terrible, and I'm really glad to be here. But I also just feel that pull too. Is like, come on, guys, get out of all these cults, please. They're terrible. And just keeping the word, like what Ash from that so fucked up podcast. We did a stream with her and Peggy and Fallon the other day about twin flames. I mean, just all these different cults. There's so many we haven't heard of. But hopefully you've all heard of Door of Hope. There's this woman called Marlene Sweeney. I love to say her name any chance I get because she earned it along with David Miscavige, just like David Miscavige. So, in fact, Kelly Copter. Oh, it's her birthday, guys. So make sure you wish her a happy birthday. She's busy with friends right now, but she said she'd try to pop in if she could. But she made these little overlays for me, and my cult leader always told me I was going to end up on the dung heap, which was like the shit pile. So hello from the dung heap, and we're all in the dung heap. I think I love the dung heap because she said, the world is like shit pile. You're going to be thrown on the shit pile. So yeah, here I am and I'm loving it. And I love all of you and it's a blast. So I'm glad. And if you've got some coffee or tea, or I have tea, I have Taylor's Assam tea and Mitch Brisker cup. And if you got water, whatever, where is it? Where is it? Marlene Sweeney. Cheers, because she earned it. Everybody drink. So yeah, that was our little interlude. And yeah, so That's my motivation is, everybody get out of cults, right? Today is a good day to not be in a cult, right? So every day is a good day. Every day is a great day to not be in a cult. Totally. Okay. Um, yeah, guys, I don't know how much more I have in me. Hmm. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the starred ones over here and I'm going to go into live chat and just say hi to some people. I just want to see who's here and just say hi to you guys. Witness. Hey, Witness. We got Evelyn, Sophia, Nico. Hey, Nico. Claire, Alicia, Creepy B5. Hey, Yadira, Hans Christian Swartz. Hans Christian Swartz. I know I always have to say that. Auntie, my friend, rocking it out with Kim D. Hi. Yes. Yes. Everybody, drink your tea, drink your water. I'm going to have to pee at some point. Um, yes. Happy birthday to Kelly. Oh, we love her so much. Yeah. She's out with her friends. Oh, thank you for this, Kim. Marilyn rocks. I'm sure there's a rock. I'm sure she has limits and makes mistakes. Yes, I enjoy her energy and desire to continue growing. Thank you. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. I really do. Cat infighting only gives power to COS and so many cults like them. Yep. Yeah. We'll need to try to get along. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Back to this. Okay. Oh, I get a super chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Cult Be Culted. Just because you are a doll. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. And also, I can show you how to unmute. Oh, you can? Amazing. I will send you a message after this. Okay. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks so much. I'll do a few more stars. I want to go back to the live chat and I'll go back to the star depending on how long I, can do it. But thanks for the super chat. It's really sweet. Oh, Cassie Isaac. Hey, nice to see you. I got the impression that maybe Aaron's videos have caused some issues with outside people the foundation works with, and they wanted to separate the foundation from that. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I get it, but he was speaking out about Scientology before they started the foundation. That's just my opinion, or I think that's true. I, I okay. I'll say this just from my experience is there can be a separation when you start a nonprofit. You're and this pretty much is part of the incorporation papers for the IRS. You have to sign that you agree that you will not be endorsing any political candidates. You're not allowed to. There's some lobbying loopholes that they do, but you really are not supposed to do that. There's certain like gambling on online gambling laws. There's certain things that you have to check the boxes, and those are the things. Those are the activities that you're not allowed to be in as a nonprofit. Speaking out about Scientology, before and after being on the board, I think we all kind of expected that. I don't know. I think that mistakes were made, but I think that people were introduced into the community that probably shouldn't have been, but it wasn't on purpose, And I I've been Aaron has reached out to me several times regarding that asshole that was dogging several of us and still is dogging several of us. And he was very, very apologetic and very understanding and very sweet about it. And if he had thought and I had thought that him just going out there and just blowing, the guy away the first day and just saying his name, and if we thought that was going to help, he would have done it, because he's like, I'm not telling victims to be quiet. But if I thought would help, I would say is for you to speak out. I kept silent for a very, very, very long time. And I still have only said his name once online, I think. I don't even want to talk about him, but I'm just saying that there's been things that have happened that are very misfortunate, very unfortunate. And, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So yeah, there are some things that maybe were brought to light because of this person, that weren't 100% false, you know? Um, so yeah, I think it's terrible that that person, is here and has been allowed to, even enter our community. But it wasn't deliberate. It wasn't deliberate. So I just want to say that I don't know the reasons why Aaron was removed. I don't know. So, no talk, Tony. All right, let's talk about Thanksgiving. We're going to Arkansas for Thanksgiving, not only for family, but to help mom with redoing her floors. Nice. Tear out carpet and lay laminate for her. Nice. There we go. That's really sweet. Comment. My kids and I are having a taco party for Thanksgiving. It's what the 7-year-old wants. What? So why not? Taco party. Yes. Why not? Destiny. Hey, Destiny. Great to see you. Comment. Marilyn, I cry with every emotion, good and bad. It's one of the things I like about myself. Oh, your heart sleeves sister. I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Kim, question. What will you do today to de-stress from this change? I need new tools for these situations. Well, no, I do like a nap because I don't sleep much at night. I do like tea and crochet. Um, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes like I like to organize things just to kind of like get my head out of something else. Like, yeah. It's sunny out. It's a little bit cold. What do you guys do to de-stress? Yeah. Let's see. Comment, Joel. I was in Aaron's position about 20 years ago. I feel for him. Yeah, it's rough. Okay. Denver Steve L. There was a lot of hostility in chat last night. I understand why the mods may have been oversensitive and muted people. Yeah. Yep. I can see that. But again, I can see the other side too. I can see all sides. That in the past, people have been allowed to say things that make everybody uncomfortable, but if the the majority finally rises up and is like, a little bit vocal and says, hey, you know this person's bad, like, or this person's making me feel uncomfortable. I just I'm just shocked that sometimes some things are allowed to go on and other things are like, no, you can't talk, if it's, I guess if it's, something is making the creator feel uncomfortable, definitely. There's certain people that if they were in my chat right now and started causing shit, I would block them right away. But then there's people just have a different opinion or want to ask a question. That's fine as long as they're respectful. And if several of you that are with me every single day and say, hey, so and so is making me feel uncomfortable, I would talk to them, and if they won't stop, they're gone for the sake of the whole group. So yeah, that's just my spiel. It didn't even have a lot to do with your comment. Sorry, Steve-O, but yeah, this is how I feel for my channel, you know. Just a nurse talks. Thank you. I appreciate you and the affirmation you've given us. This has been more emotional than I ever expected. Welcome to my channel. I pretty much cry every day. I don't plan on it. I plan on not crying, but yeah, we talk about deep things. Yesterday we talked about medical trauma. We cried, we laughed. Yeah, that was great. Jill Bo Baggins. I don't know if you guys recognize her name from the chat. She has a new channel. It's at Jill Bo Baggins 6 something or other. But yeah, we were talking yesterday. If you want to watch that replay, it's worth it. And what was she saying? Like she has, she'll tell you she has a medical history of having 3 cancers, and she has a colostomy bag, and, we were just joking about poop, like, probably the second half of it. It was just funny, but yeah, we talk about a lot of things. We really do. We had some good streams about different cults last week. We did, a with my friend Peggy, who's in the I'm like this because I can see her face in the background. We did Gwen Shamblin. I've been dying to do that, and so one night we're like, "You want to do it? Want to do it tomorrow?" Yes. So we did the way down, and that was a really good discussion. Really good. So we talk about a lot of stuff here. Alicia RT. Marilyn, you aren't making enemies. If we are all adults here, we can be respectful and remember I statements. I feel, I think that are very good. Very, thank you. I love that. That's why like my favorite thing is just to like engage the chat, engage you guys. I just love it. Kevin, hey Kevin, Marilyn, you are a real treasure, and we agree with your assessment. I sure love BFG and Mike and AA Ron. Yeah, and we'll continue to, even though this is all for OSA. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but when I see OSA, I was like, I hate that word OSA, or that acronym, just because it's OSA, right? OSA, OSA. Sorry, guys, I'm going to skip over a few things. I just don't have the energy to address some of this. I'll just say this. Everyone is totally, entitled to their opinion. Absolutely. And I'll stand behind that. I really, really will. Okay. OBG Foster. Aaron forced their hand and let flow too much info. They didn't have to reply point by point. It would have prolonged the drama. Look up Gish Gallop. No, I don't know what that is. I mean, can somebody want to look it up? Aaron forced their hand and let flow too much info. Okay, so you know the info he let flow? Because I'm not sure what that means. I didn't hear that. They didn't have to reply point by point. Okay, yeah, that's your opinion. That's fine. I don't really understand what that meant, but thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, comment from Maya. Hey, I will get hate for this, but the board has responsibly that the foundation follow its mission. And I think it might have been an ethical issue with Aaron's videos. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it went down, what went down. I just maybe they could have said that, like said we didn't like his videos. I mean, anything, like just a reason. I don't know. Yeah. I think like someone pointed out maybe not what they did, but maybe the way, that it came across wasn't, in my opinion, maybe the best. I don't know. All right, guys, this is taking a lot out of me. Auntie, the foundation to me seems bigger than just one person. Absolutely. Totally agree with that. Absolutely. Mhm. Destiny. Also, everyone makes mistakes. I I can forgive everyone involved for not being their best selves at the moment. Totally. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe people didn't handle it the way I would have handled it. Or I mean, I don't feel like I'm handling this very well. And I'm not even involved. But yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah. I totally agree with that. Armin, you won't make any enemies. You'll find out who can have a different opinion and still respect and follow you, and who just blindly agrees. And it's better if they don't follow you. Yeah, and that's the beauty of it is there's lots of channels to choose from, and lots of creators, and there's going to be more foundations to choose from too. Not that any is better than the other, but yeah, there'll be other things to donate to. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Pup Groomer. Hey, Pup Groomer. Part 1. Okay. this is all I'll say. Not taking sides, but personalities change over time, and sometimes you don't click with people you once did, and it happens. But I've also been seeing jealousy over one person's popularity and success. I don't care for that kind of behavior. That's when you should support friends the most because it's when the most stressful jealousy over that is childish. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, I can agree. I can see how that would be. And I just want to go back to your first one because there's something that clicked with me, right? About not you don't always click with people. Yeah. And I think that's okay. And I'm just gonna say this. Again, here I go. Probably loading up my foot bullets. But I'm gonna say this is that in my board, I don't necessarily like all my board members. I don't. But I'm glad they're there, and I like them for the purpose for which they're there, okay? Um, Sometimes we can be a little pain in the ass to each other, but I like that because I'm not like I don't make snap decisions. I'm like, "Okay, guys, there's this going on, there's a fire, what do you wanna do? Blah, 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 blah," and sometimes there's, like, a couple people, or one person in particular that is a little bit glass half empty, and I would not go on a cruise with them. I would not really have them over for Thanksgiving. But I love having them on my board because they see a different angle and they get me thinking in a different way. And it's like I take huge responsibility. Our budget is like that compared to, especially compared to the aftermath. But every penny and I'm not saying I know the aftermath really is responsible too with donors' money. Absolutely. I'm not saying anybody's misusing any funds. I'm just saying for me, this works for me to have people with different views because I don't, I was new to this 5 years ago. So I really wanted to surround myself with people who had experience and also that would give me different sides. So that's just what's worked for me. But yeah, there ain't no Thanksgiving or cruises going on with all my board members. Just saying. And that's totally fine. That's what I like. I like it. All right, guys, I'm gonna wind down soon. Oh, there's so many comments. So good to see you all. Yeah, maybe I'll see what happens. Maybe I'll pop on tonight. I like to do this time of day, 11 o'clock Eastern, because I get the UK people, and it's kind of before SPTV like comes to life. Because you never know. I mean, sometimes SPTV is going to like 2 in the morning, depending on who's on. So I seem to be one of the only early birds, you know, and one of them, anyways. But yeah, I kind of like this time a day because like before I start my day and I can wake y'all up and be all obnoxious with my loud voice. So, all right, I'll read a few more. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting tired. Joel, comment. I took a course in crisis management. They broke almost every rule of that crisis management. The real truth of this is it will not go away soon. They took the easy road. Time will tell. Well, Joel, you're getting spicy. This is spicy Joel. I don't think I've ever seen spicy Joel. It's like there's a spicy Maryland, Kelly calls it. So, Joel, yeah, I could understand how you feel, and you took a course. Yeah, um, I really value your, you've been with me, Joel, from the beginning, given me a lot of great input, and yeah, I think there's a lot of wisdom. Clara said, I'm not speaking for the board, but yesterday was so hard for the Aftermath Foundation. Even my mental health is poor and I'm not directly involved. Yeah, honey, I understand. I lost a lot of sleep last night. Yeah. It's tough. Yeah. And I don't envy them, and I do respect like I said, the years that they've been doing this, and that it's volunteer. I understand. There's times when my work isn't as I don't have like OSA after me. Well, who knows, maybe, but not from fire. Not from my nonprofit. Yeah. I can imagine it takes its toll, and we we have to be a little bit understanding. Maybe people aren't going to always react the way we hoped or wish they would. But then at the same time, it's okay to feel. It's okay to say. It's okay to ask. You know, it's okay. And I have, and the rest of you have too. All right, guys. I'm just trying to read. I'm trying to scan a few of these first. Um, Cults be calling. Code of conducts are not uncommon. Yeah. What is uncommon is board members being super public and have their own channels. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Being super public and have their own channels that people rely on for news and opinions. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Again, he had that when they started the aftermath, so I'm not sure. Yeah. But I understand. It's definitely a unique situation. And it's the only board that I've ever seen that has 3 married couples on it, you know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not I'm not weighing in on an opinion on it. I'm just saying it's that's unique. I've never seen that. And I know that in my area that is not considered best practices where I, as far as I know. But anyways, um, not trying to start any shit. I'm just saying, just my opinion. Just saying, and I trust them. I don't think they're doing anything. I'm just saying, yeah. OBG Foster, they responded to a range of opinion. People feel they weren't heard. Okay, people feel they weren't heard. Really were just through someone else. They responded to a range of opinion. People that feel they weren't heard really were just through someone else. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you mean like uh they had one. Okay, I see what you're saying. So they were heard just through someone else. So someone asked a question and then 8 people in the chat asked that question. They popped up one. Um I would I would venture to disagree with that because there were a lion's share of, I think there was a little bit of cherry picking going on, and mostly good comments were selected. Some, to be fair, some questions and not so quote positive, but were still respectful, were chosen. Very few, and quite a few were looked over. But that's just, and I'm not going to get into this with you. I'm just saying, yeah, I just happen to disagree with that little section of your comment, but that's okay. It's all good. All good. Um, oh, oh, I know. I love Catherine. I know she was doing her best. I don't fault her at all. Hans Christian Schwartz. Catherine Olsen was the only mod. Oh, the only mod. Okay, on BFG, she was in a car on her phone trying to moderate. Yeah, and like I said, I've accidentally muted people and stuff too. Yeah. Rosebud Aim, hey, sweetie, good to see you. I think people are reacting so strongly because they love the 3 amigos. I know. It hurts when families dispute. I know. It hurts when the band breaks up. Yeah, yeah. But they're all still, fighting for the same cause. So I am excited for the future. I feel like this sucks. It's sad, but at the same time, you know, there's it's opening up some new doors. So like Clara said, thank you for being here, Clara, by the way. Really appreciate it. Yeah. And again, we don't always agree on everything. It's all good. I want everyone to be heard as much as I can. Maybe I'm not picking out. I'll try to pick out some more that I maybe don't totally agree with, but I don't really want antagonism either because that's really not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be antagonized. Antagonated. That's not even a word. No, I'm not here for that. Okay, I'm just putting it out. I don't know what this person's gonna say, but I know it's somebody that is probably has some great things to say because it's witness. Yes, the chat last night was pretty crazy, but there were a lot of unfamiliar names right in there too. I'm not sure what to think about that. Yeah, I think there probably were some bots and stuff. I think there were. And there were mass unsubscribing going on. Mass. I know I lost 8 subscribers, and that's a lot for me because, I yeah, I'm a smaller channel, but there were thousands of unsubscribers. And I'm not saying they're all bots. No, I'm sure they weren't. But a lot of the unfamiliar, and there was some that I didn't recognize as ex-Scientologists that were like in there kind of trying to stir up trouble in the beginning. And I almost fell for it and I didn't because I had a feeling it might be a plant. There were a couple of them that were going back and forth and being like, if you're not an ex-Scientologist, you have nothing to say about this. We don't care what you have to say, like acting like ex-Scientologists. And it almost got me like, what? Like where'd the $250,000 come from? Not just ex-Scientologists. Some never-ends had something to do with that too, you know? But then I was like, oh, wait. Can't hold. I was like, cool your jets, Marilyn. I think they're just trying to stir up trouble, whoever they were. And I didn't recognize them. So that's a good point, Witness. Thank you for bringing that up. Definitely. Yeah. Love it. Hey, sweetie. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Nothing will stop the demise of Scientology. Yeah, I love that. Awesome. That's right. Nothing will stop. Yep. Definitely. Oh, are we going to chant now? Hey, ho, ho. Scientology's got to go. Hey, ho, ho. Scientology's got to go. Totally agree. Yep. I totally agree with that. Thank you, sweetie. Feel free to stop whenever you want. I will. Yeah. Thanks. My friend Ash is looking out for me. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate you all being here. And I'm sorry if I couldn't get to all your comments. Yeah, it's definitely been hard, but I'm glad I can't remember who said it, but about healing the community together. Um, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, you know. Oh, Michelle Kelly. Can I comment on all your pretty yarn? Yes, thank you. Yeah, well, okay. You want to hear a secret? Okay, so I got that up there, and then I've got a whole like three of these stacked up with yarn. And this is the guest room slash studio, and there's like a big bed in front of me, and there's yarn under there. There's yarn in my bedroom under that bed. Yeah, and there's yarn in the back room where there's like these cabinets. There's yarn other places too. I think there's some in the living room. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, I have a little bit of a problem with yarn hoarding. I try to be neat. Oh, thank you, sweetie. This was a while ago, but take a box, breathe. Take a box, breathe, pause. Thank you. You guys are great. Is Kelly in here, or we're just saying happy birthday to Kelly? Oh, that was a while ago too. Yes, Kelly, you say it's your birthday. She'll watch this replay. I think she's a glutton for punishment. If she can't pop in the chat, she watches the replay. I'm like, why? She's so cute. Cute. Okay, Faye. Hey, Faye. Great to see you. May we hope that Aaron 2.0 will be able to help non-Sea Org members and more from public members and others who need to escape from their own cult. Because there are so many that need our love and support. Yeah. As far as he may just focus more on Scientology, but I agree with you. I think that it would be great to open it up to different facets of, and I think the aftermath has helped non-Sea Org members too, but probably mostly Sea Org members that actually need to escape. So yeah, that sounds great. And I'm definitely not for me. I don't want to be asked. I'm sure I won't be anyways. But if Aaron is like, he's not going to be listening to this, but in case he was, might I suggest maybe when you're making your new board, like add one of those crazy never ends, not me, please, no, but yeah, just look at my chat. They're amazing. There's lots of never ends. Yeah, just a thought. You never know, but guys, if you were asked, just know that OSA might be, knocking on your back door, breathing on your neck. Just saying that. Yeah, so it's going down the line here. All right, guys, I think I'm going to definitely go here. Okay. Yep. And listen, if you want to um, talk to me, you can uh, email me. Let's see if I can find. Oh, so that's my channel. Yes, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. That would be awesome because I lost 8 subscribers yesterday. I was so sad. So sad. Oh, here it is. coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. So yeah, if you want to chat. I'm not always the best at answering emails, but I promise I will really, really try to check my spam box because sometimes things go. Oh, Marty. Marilyn, I'm worried about this stressing you this time. Yeah, well, you know what happens is, like I said, I have no poker face, so like I go through waves. It's just like, okay, let's breathe, guys, and talk about this, and I start kind of feeling myself maybe get a little triggered, and then okay, let's take a break, let's drink, Marlene, all that stuff, and then I'm good for a little bit, while longer. But this definitely, it's no joke, right? It's like this. We're dealing with trauma, and yeah, it can take a lot out of you, but it's worth it. But yeah, you have to think of self-care, and I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. If I might or may not be back on tonight or tomorrow morning, I'm not sure. I really want to talk about Thanksgiving, but I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I got a shopping to do, and to get ready for like 28 people coming to my house on Thursday. So I'll be in touch. And by the way, Doug and I will be continuing our stream about language, the culty language, Fundy versus Scientology, and that's going to bring us into another whole realm of things we're going to explore. So really super excited about that. So stay tuned for that Friday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And yeah, everybody, all right. Thank you so much for being here. And if I don't talk to you, I may before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving! And if you're in Europe, have a great week, a great weekend. And yeah, love you guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.